Hello, good evening, and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Coupe Touring Car Championship. The Full Throttle Racing crew are at it for one last time. I believe these are the last rounds of the season. It's getting tight. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, we're at a brand new track. There was two new tracks, and this championship has given us both. Yes, we are in Tatooine, ladies and gentlemen. Never has there been a hive of more villainy and scum we have seen with our eyes. Yes, we are in Tusken Raiders land, ladies and gentlemen. A party place there never was. You can't drink or finger bang in public, you will be murdered. So it's no Benidorm. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Tatooine for the final rounds here of the Full Throttle Racing. I'm not sure if you can smoke in public. I imagine the backpacks can. Oof. Right, that's it. They're out of my system. I'm done, okay? I think. We'll see. It was never a good mixture of going to Tatooine and me doing commentary, because I can't help my little self. I think it's funny. Right. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen. It's rounds 19, 20 and 21 for the Full Throttle Racing. I have tables, but I think, only my humble opinion, I think it's too far to reach. I think we should just give the man a crown now. Not to be right, and come on, everyone's off track, because they're just about to qualify, ladies and gents. That's why they've been waiting for me. Table. Right then. McEwen is in the front at the top of the championship with 290 points. Sklid, or Edwards, is in second on 261 points. Is that too much? 29 points. McEwen would have to have a shocker here. Abu Dhabi. In third is Graham. Graham on 232 points. It's a big leap for the championship in that one, but second place could still be snatchable. Groot is in fourth on 230 points, so there's a duke out there for third and fourth. Willows is fifth on 196 points, and New is in sixth. I think that's Evil Dragon. And JW is Willows. Evil Dragon is sixth on 165 points. Then we have Sharp, or Saint Dash, or STD Ash, in seventh on 159 points. Swan is in eighth on 140 points. What was Swan's name again? Well, Wadwick's here. Not sure about Swan. So, yeah, anyway, he's in 8th on 140 points. Wadwick is in 9th on 104 points. Bell is 10th on 92 points. McIntosh is 11th, who I believe is Jokerman, on 86 points. Panos is 12th on 60 points. And Ellis is 13th on 10 points. Now, I did have private messages saying there's new faces. Someone's just popping in just to feel the waters, but I don't see any new names there, so maybe not. Nothing's happening. Hey, SD Ash in the chat saying evening all. I shall try and post live championship points. Ooh, interesting. New guys couldn't make it. Ah, there you go. Did you like the backpack smoking thing? Okay. We'll chat about it later. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're running into qualifying here. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I like this track, I've got to say. Oh, the pit exit. I wonder what we'll get to see on spectator mode through the pit exit. I want to go. Go. Who's going? Group. Oh, it's in car. See, they should let you drive that. I bet that's all just automated. Well, maybe he's got control now. Is that still automated? I've never done a pit stop at Abu Dhabi, I've got to say. Tatooine. So here we go then. Groot is breaking the seal here at Thingamajigs. He has busted our hymen, and we are all in, knuckle deep, here at Abu Dhabi, which you can't do at Abu Dhabi. So don't do that. Knuckle deep, I mean. It'll chop your finger off. So, Groot. All I'm saying is it's never going to be an Ibiza or a Benidorm. They want it to be a hive of tourism, but there's certain things you have to be a bit relaxed about. Drinking is the key one. So Groot out there, leading them around. Now he's on the hard tyre, so he started with his arm behind his back already. JW also starting on the hard tyre. Hey, these guys want to race later, don't they? They want to get racy. Jokerman, he's starting on the hard tyre. E. Graham on the mediums. Championship leader McEwen going for the hard tyre early doors. Sklid Edwards is starting for the mediums. He's gone in for the top. He's aiming high. And I'm not sure we've seen him on the soft tyre. I think a lot of these haven't used the soft tyre. So, If they've got a soft tyre still on their name, there is a list. I could look, but where would the fun be? Where would the fun be just looking up things all the time? I'm of an age where we didn't have Google. We just had to guess. So, Sklid looks like he's becoming a bit of a liability out there for the dash. Having to back out of this one. And Evil Dragon just cruising at the moment. He's on the mediums. Dash is on the mediums. Sklid on the mediums. Warwick, come on, where are you? He's on the mediums. So all the guys on the hard tyres are at the front. That's sensible. Groot's already bolted. He's on his fastest lap. Let's watch. Bike cap. That's how I know that the commentary is bad, because the cat leaves when I start. Or it even meows at me to shut up. So, Groot then. Here we go. Get a feel for the track. Long straight here in the Group 4 cars. Good toe. Could be some good. My brain's mush. Okay, toe. Just to get a toe. All right, slipstream. That was the word I was trying to get. Sorry. Through the chicane there for the group. They've been warned before that the track limits are going to be scrutinised here. Very scrutinised. So there'll be no chicane hopping or shenanigans. Group then, has he done the... Oh, he's done his outlap. Sorry, he's on it. We're still on it. The Hyundai looking quite planted at the moment. Is he driving it, or is he just banking a lap? Again, be careful. We are in Tatooine, and banking is also not allowed in public. Not that you can do it anyway, but you know, usually you just end up with a rap on the knuckles and a fine. But here I think they might do something drastic. That tidy lap there for Groot puts him at the top for the time being. Yes, half a second on Jokerman. And a 10th. But McEwen there, oh, just toppling our hero, McEwen. And these are all on the hard tyres, so I imagine, there you go, Sklid, a representative lap time on the mediums. Evil Dragon slipping one in also, 2/10 behind. McEwen, hard tyres in third. Groot fourth on his hard tyres, 2/10 shy of the McEwen. Graham is a 10th behind Groot in fifth. He's on the medium tyres, so not a good run from the Graham that last time around. We'll stick with this one then, because he's going to be burning rubber, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be on hot pursuit, because he knows he can touch the pole if he really tried. Do you think they've got strip clubs in Tatooine? Just wondering. I wonder if they know what touching the pole means. E. Graham then. Sorry, I should mute. It should be. We got awful on the channel, I imagine. But I'm suffering. Why can't you? So it was coffee. I suppose that's why they call it coffee. Makes you coffee. Be warned. There may be some muting later on. Because Mrs. Thingamajig has gone to pick up Junior Thingamajig, and I mentioned maybe because she hasn't got all the Friends characters yet that she might want to get a Big Mac Happy Meal for me, and she can have the Friends character if it comes with it. And I think she was on board. She said, I don't want to go to McDonald's, but as she was leaving, she asked other Thingamajigs on what they want from McDonald's. So E. Graham only getting 4th fastest there. E. Graham not keyed in to the track just yet. He's not feeling it. So Sklid is still our pole sitter for the time being. Coming into this strong. He needs 29 points to catch up with and to retain. He is the reigning champion at the moment. McEwen was the champion before him. He's given up for a season, but looks like he has come back in the Hyundai stronger and wishing to retake that championship. So it is drama, ladies and gentlemen. Drama with the llama. Evil Dragon mixing it up in the top 3. We've seen some flashes of greatness from Evil Dragon this season. We've seen some really unfortunate luck, and we've seen some crunches that weren't necessary, not from Evil Dragon, but just, you know, heavy racing, people call it. Messi, he's the football player. Massey would probably call it motor racing, Toto. Yes, I've veered away, I know. Even in the chat, it came up, 2021. Get over it, people. It was fun. Massey trolled you all, and you're still reacting. It's the biggest troll in the world. I think he was just trolling Toto. I don't think he realised it was going to be such a world-scale troll. And I don't care. I don't care who wins the championship each season, as long as we have a decent season and good racing. That's what I'm in it for F1. I don't have allegiances. I was a Alonso fan, and he's driven mid-cars all his whole career, so what's the point? So, Joe Command going faster. So yeah, I didn't care who won that championship. I just wanted a bit of fun, and I hate finishing under pace car. I think that's such a weak end of a race. Pace car, who am I, American? Sklid then. Evil Dragon in 2nd, McEwen in 3rd. So I didn't care. I thought it was funny. Just for Toto's reactions was worth it. Lewis not getting that 8th World Championship was worth it, just to see Toto's reactions. Very showed signs, didn't he? The way he slams that table. Hey, I've seen a certain other Austrian slam tables that hard as well. And say, nein, Michael, this is so wrong. World domination. Salute, Toto, salute. Evil Dragon then chasing the dream. 10th off. He's on it. He's getting himself prepped and ready to take pole, ladies and gentlemen. Let's ride with him. Let's ride with the Dragon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's ride the Dragon. Let's do something to the Dragon as he goes down the long straight. He's halved his deficit from the Sklid right now. He is poised to take pole position as we come to the end of the qualifying session. And the car looks a bit shaky over those curves. Doesn't want to go the way he wants it. Runs a little wide there, and as it's not enough, is it? It doesn't feel like it's going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen, as Evil Dragon runs to the line. And well, no, we've still got some way yet. He's still got time. Let's have hope. And he's a 10th down on his best. It's getting increasingly difficult for himself. And he's run wide again, ladies and gentlemen. And Evil Dragon, I believe, pushed the edge a little too far there in his pursuit of pole position. and I think it's just gone away from him. He probably got a lazy lob on, seeing he was a 10th up on his time, and felt that something could happen. And then the blood, ladies, the blood just rushes from the brain when that happens. We have to reallocate our blood flow, and then thinking it becomes difficult. And there you go, though. He does go faster. Very good. But Sklid put a belter in at the end there. Should have watched Sklid, shouldn't we? No. Evil Dragon then, great stuff. Up second. E. Graham in third. We can look at those results. Edwards up there on pole position, doing everything he needs to do this round for 29-point deficit. Evil Dragon in second, E. Graham in third. Then we've got McEwen in fourth. He was on the hard tyres. Warwick in fifth. Joker Man qualified sixth, ahead of Groot in seventh. The Dash is in eighth, with JW there in ninth place. Remember, this track, quite new to our competitors. Some of them probably not quite dialed in just yet. Haven't found the flow that they need. And so the guys just prepping before the race. Getting themselves ready. And I'm imagining there's going to be some close quarter racing here. Oh, what a shame, it's only 10 laps. Couldn't stretch that out to 11 just for more shenanigans. What a big stretch, ladies and gents. Still morning for me, remember? Hoo-hoo. So you think I have more to talk about. They've been doing a load of practice, haven't they? What a lot of hobnodge. Do you think the Mercedes are even running more than 80%? Everyone's getting all excited about, Ferrari look competitive. They always do that in practice, though, because they have to keep the Tifosi happy. You wait. Mercedes will turn their engine up, and Ferrari are going to be like fifth fastest car on the track, just behind Red Bull. Okay. Now, it's starting, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourselves. I like Ferrari. I'd like to have them have a good season, but I've seen too many practices, test sessions where Ferrari look good. That's because they're the only ones running at what they should be. All the others turn their engines off or down. So here we go then. Sklid on the medium tyres, sitting on pole position for the first time on Thingamajig Racing Channel. We're here at Tatooine, ready for the race. And it is a go, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, I don't know. It looked like a good initial start from Sklid. Then he sort of slumped a little bit. That's given Evil Dragon a great opportunity, and Edwards an even better opportunity up the inside. And there we see the Max Lewis move there. Beautiful stuff. And a lovely recreation from the guys. Thank you very much for that. And Sklid then goes in ahead of Evil Dragon. E. Graham pushes himself over the inside. Evil Dragon misses out on the chicane a little bit there. E. Graham stays in second place with McEwen. Hot on the heels, McEwen on those hard tyres. As E. Graham now takes the lead from Sklid as Sklid goes wide. But McEwen, the pain in everyone's nuts, is in there in the mix. So McEwen on those hard tyres and showing it's not really causing him any problem at the moment, the lack of grip. And E. Graham, though, not the most amazing qualifying session we've had from E. Graham in the past, but great start. Unfortunate for Sklid and Evil Dragon, getting themselves a bit mixed up, and McEwen taking advantage of that situation. So Sklid down to fourth behind his championship rival. He's moving ahead of the Dragon at the moment as he looks to line up McEwen for a move. Big move. He goes up the inside. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Even Evil Dragon does it. And McEwen then really hurting with those tyres in the big corners. That's where it counts. Groot there and Warwick side by side fighting it out. trying to get on the brakes, and the Groot just edges Roderick a little bit there and gets ahead in 5th place. McEwen then a sitting duck for the Groot. Oh no, he's also on those hard tyres. Roderick coming back, but Roderick having a bite of the barrier, and Roderick hurting his car a little bit there. Jokerman on those hard tyres, mixing it, as is JW and the Dash. The Dash is on the medium tyres. This is going to be hurting him, being behind these slower cars. Sklid now in the lead of the Graham. Unbelievable. He must have got the slipstream effect. And Sklid then just about keeping his nose ahead as E. Graham chases him down. And Evil Dragon there in 3rd. And McEwen still doing a stand-up job with those hard tyres on. Then we've got the Groot being harassed and harung by Wadwick all over the rear derriere of our boy Groot. And a wide line there from McEwen. Groot trying to capitalise on that, but remember, Groot's on the hard tyres also. So Roderick, here, come on, get the toe of Wadwick, get in the slipstream, my lad. Hey, I'm nearly 50. I can probably son him off. I can you probably call him son. Get in the toe, son. Heavy onto the brakes there, following the Groot. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Oh, someone missing out on the chicane. Oh, Sklid, and Evil Dragon, I believe. No, is it Evil Dragon? OMG, I've got to get it right. Sklid there in 3rd. Something happened. Something is happening here. So Sklid seems safe there in 1st at the moment. Oh, E. Graham gives him a little nudge. And that's where Evil Dragon cut the chicane to stay out of Dodge City. And yes, OMG. Drama. Groot moves ahead of E. Graham. Drama llama, ladies and gentlemen, here. A little nudge. A little tickle. And Evil Dragon cutting the chicane, still in the lead, but I don't think he was avoiding. He thought best and stayed out of the way. I don't know if he gained an advantage, really. He was ahead of McEwen anyway. Sklid and E. Graham give themselves a bit of a... Well, E. Graham looked like he just misjudged the braking a little bit into the corner. Sklid all over the rear derriere of the championship leader, trying to get back into this action with E. Graham following him through. McEwen a sitting duck on those hard tyres. Evil Dragon capitalising, ladies and gentlemen. This is a capitalist civilization, and here we see the Dragon is capitalising in Tatooine of all places. Would you believe it? So Evil Dragon then leads, but McEwen really does not want to let the Sklid by. It's 29 points, McEwen. You can give up 1 or 2, you know. Oh, he doesn't even want to sacrifice the pawn, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't want to sacrifice the pawn. McEwen, greedy. He wants it all. Look at him defending like an absolute... This is how Hamilton should have done it, you see. I've seen other drivers. I have witnessed it for my very eyes. I'm taking you back to 2021. The dude bent over. He pulled over and said, go by Verstappen, because we're going to fight it in court. He didn't race on the track. His tyres were old, but he could have done something. He did nothing, ladies and gents. He bent over and allowed Verstappen to take him, with the help of Massey, who really, in the end, it was revenge for Massa and Glock. Yes, look up your history. Evil Dragon then leads with McEwen in 2nd, and Sklid there in 3rd place. Look, I've got to get it all out of my system. This is a new track. We haven't been here. It has some history, and I have to beat it, which you can't do in public. Evil Dragon then is out there in the lead. Sorry, even that one made me chuckle. Wasted. So Evil Dragon leads against McEwen. McEwen will not let the Sklid by. E. Graham closing back up, and Wadwick does get past Groot. So does JW. Groot having a bad situation, and Jokerman. Oh, this is tight. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. These guys are going to need some grease if they want to slip one through. And they're very tight, bumper-to-bumper action there. JW just ahead as Group 7 being attacked. Oh, and I thought there was going to be some late braking bumper-to-bumper. But no, they all survived. And Group does not survive over the curbs. And there she blows. And Jokerman, which you can't do in public. Jokerman there in 7th with St. Dash in 8th. St. Dash going for a move now, but he's on the outside. He'll be on the outside, Jokerman. Oh, but Dash is just a nose ahead. But Jokerman under the braking gets himself onto the apex. 4th lap out of 10. Each one has been a belter, ladies and gentlemen. This track here, amongst the Tuscan Raiders, has been a blinder. I like it. It views well. It views well, and it's not even night time yet, so Groot there licking his wounds. As Evil Dragon still leads from the Sklid. Sklid has got it past the McEwen now, and McEwen, oh, big lock-up from the McEwen. He's skipping. What's going on? Something's not right. Oh, yeah. He was absolutely... Was he just low-geared it and just wheel-spun it around that corner? Is he just trying to find a way to drive those hard tyres around the corner fast? Sklid then in second, chasing down Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon, fastest man out there at the moment with a 204.0. Sklid chasing him down, 204.6, but he's free of the shackles of McEwen now. And McEwen, he's not scoring big. He needs E. Graham to get by as well. And E. Graham has every intention of getting by. We're not even halfway in this race. We're just about halfway in this race. And... it's tight, and McEwen's not going to be able to hold on, is he, for 5 laps? Let's be serious here. Let's get serious for 1 second. But E. Graham's got to watch out for those braking zones. He might get caught out by the braking. Waterwick, what a race for Waterwick at the moment. 5th place and standing firm, keeping the leaders in sight. If something goes amiss ahead, Waterwick is your man to clean up. So Waterwick then in 5th place with JW chasing down. Another good race from JW. Started at the back, I believe. Didn't have a great qualifying session. And now running 6th place ahead of a very strong contender. That is Jokerman. We saw him win the last time out, did we not? If I remember rightly. So Jokerman, maybe even on the hard tyres, but still a fast man to deal with. And the Dash on those medium tyres. And that is how fast Jokerman is on the hard tyres. And the Dash is only staying with him. He's only just staying with him. JW keeping a good pace with his hard tyres, but it looks like Jokerman now has decided it is time. It is time to wield the... Oh, but the Dash go for a move in the corner around the outside. Oh, my word. Ladies and gentlemen, the balls on the Dash. He's getting them out, and that is illegal in public here at Tatooine. The Tuscan Raiders will throw you in jail forever. Be careful. Keep those balls concealed, Dash. Oh, he's gone wide there, though, and Jokerman then, that took his attention off of the JW for a second or two, because it looked like Jokerman was getting a little close to JW there, and it gives JW time to breathe. Waterwick, he's dropped a bit. He doesn't look like he's dropped a bit of time, but it looks like the chasing pack is closing in on him, and a little rub with the wall. Nothing wrong with that. The only rubbing that's allowed in that public. All right, I'm killing it. I can't help myself. I like Monty Python, and they just kill jokes until it's not. It's awkward. So Waterwick then being chased by JW. It's like she said. Evil Dragon still leads 7/10. Sklid though free and fast 203.5. Oh my word. My word, Sklid looks like he wants to win a championship today. E. Graham in 3rd. McEwen, though, he's getting out those hard tyres early doors. But I think Sklid might have softs. Oh, Sklid all over the curbs there as he pursues the Dragon. And that's not a bad scenario, is it? 2 people between. He could have done with Waterwick. Oh, no, what is going on with Waterwick? He lost over half a second that last lap to his best time. And now he has the Willows knocking on the door. Somebody's knocking on my door. Somebody's ringing my bell. And JW is the man. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we find out if the McDonald's is a reality or a distant thought in my memory. Oh, There's bag rustling. There is McDonald's. There's going to be slurping. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but there will be slurping. So Warwick then is fighting for his life here at Yas Marina, Tatooine. And the Tusken Raiders are going wild around the arena at the moment at such displays. JW having a sniff and a whiff up the inside. There's a bit of fresh air there. Warwick's wide. And JW, ladies and gentlemen, decisive and action-packed. JW slams it up the inside of the Warwick, who left the door wide open there, and has moved himself ahead out of Jokerman's danger zone and into his own danger zone. He's got McEwen up ahead. Is there time? Does he have the pace? He's on the hard tyres. What a drive from JW at the moment. Jokerman is just about in the act. Wait, where did we get? Who's that? Who is it? Let me see. Is it Joey? It's a duck. It's got to be Joey. Is that Chandler? Oh, Chicken the Duck. We've got 4 of them now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to keep up. Ted Lasso bag as well. Nice. So Evil Dragon then out there in the lead, but how long for? Because the Sklid is cooking. None of them are the fastest though, so E. Graham, 3 laps to go. Let's not knout him out. He's still there. He's still relevant. McEwen then slipping away on those hard tyres, unable to press himself upon the top 3. JW keeping himself ahead of the Warwick, but Warwick on the medium tyres. Can he do something stunning around the outside here? He's going to go later on the brakes. JW's planting his car in the middle of the road. He doesn't want to make it easy for him. Jokerman's there, and there goes Warwick. His nose is up the inside. Warwick just fighting his way through, but he's been misfooted there, and Jokerman cleans up as Warwick. Oh, Warwick got misplaced. He went for the move, but he found himself on the outside of the chicane and out wide, and Jokerman slipped one up the inside. And Warwick then in 7th. Unfortunate for Warwick. He's been racing absolutely fantastically so far. Sklid is in the lead. Bloody hell, ladies and gents. What can I say? Let's see if we can catch it. Oh, we just about missed it there. But yeah, Sklid looks like he slipped one up the inside of the Dragon, and the Dragon did fight it back. And I think they're still fighting now, so let's go back to the action. Sklid then in the lead of the Dragon. E. Graham, though, remember, closing in. Got the fastest lap last time around. Ooh, I've got a McDonald's latte in a Ted Lasso cup. I am winning, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag winning. Give me some tiger blood. Sklid out in the lead with the Dragon chasing him down. We got Evil Graham. Sorry, they're twins. E. Graham chasing him down. McEwen. Jokerman's moved ahead of Warwick. Oh no! Something devastating has happened, I fear. JW dropping 2 positions here. And what do we see? So the Jokerman got a lovely move up the inside, and he's just a little out wide, and Warwick just picked up and he went with it. He saw a moment and decided to capitalise in Tatooine of all places. So, it's side-by-side action for the Jokerman and Warwick, and get camera right, man. Jokerman there in 5th with Warwick. Warwick up the inside. He's going to go for a late break, but no, he bottles out of it. He lost the bottle. Did Warwick for a second there. He's got to slide on as he comes out of the corner. Oh, this is absolutely glorious stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And Warwick giving it his all. Under such pressure, the Dash is in there as well. The Dash fancies a piece of the racing now as we're coming into the closing stages of this race. 2 laps to go, and Sklid still trying to fend off the Dragon, and the Dragon realising he was going to have a win here. The debutante of Yas Marina in Thingymajigs Racing Channel and on Full Throttle Racing's roster, and it looks like Sklid, the reigning champion, is going to be the one to break the seal. Evil Dragon in 2nd. E. Graham, though. E. Graham, count him out not. Do not dare. And Evil Dragon again with the toe, having a sniff and a whiff, and Sklid giving him just enough room to breathe there against the barrier. And Sklid then, very domineering drive here from Sklid. He's not messing about. He needs the points. He needs Jokerman to close in 4 seconds on McEwen, but McEwen is not going to give that up any way whatsoever. So unbelievable sights at the moment here from Tatooine. Oh God, I feel like I've been ripped off with the chips a bit. Thought they'd be bigger. No, I'm streaming. Sorry, guys. So there we go. Oh, it's still all going off behind McEwen there, isn't it? With Jokerman, Warwick and JW. JW still fancies his chances to get something out of this race. There's Warwick as well on those medium tyres going on the attack of Jokerman. Jokerman having to park it in the middle of the road and say, get by me if you can. Mobile chicane here. Only in the corners though, because he pelts it out of them and does a fantastic job to keep them at bay. Now with the toe, can Warwick do something with this along this short straight? It's a tyre demanding corner, this next one. So Warwick should get a good drive out of the inside. Warwick's going for gold. Warwick of the inside. He's kept the back end slightly under control, but I don't think it's enough. No, the little squirrel with the rear derriere there costing him mid-corner, and Jokerman still comes out ahead out of Warwick as they pull away from JW and the dash. Sklid still leads, but E. Graham now has very much relevance as we go into the final lap here. Only 4 tenths behind the Dragon. Is this going to help the Sklid out? Will it distract the Dragon? I think so, because Sklid pulling away out in the lead, and Evil Dragon now having to go defensive. E. Graham lining him up. Goes for gold. In second place, but Evil Dragon switches it up and goes up on the inside of him. Evil Dragon still maintaining second place here. Sklid getting an easy run to the flag, whilst Evil Dragon and E. Graham duke it out. McEwen, nice clean pocket of air for him in fourth place. Jokerman trying to fend off the Roderick. Roderick on the move again. Roderick throwing everything he's got at the Jokerman at the moment, and coming up 0.00, ladies and gentlemen. But he's got a good slipstream now, but Jokerman's protecting the inside. And Jokerman then fending off from Warwick, unless he goes for a balls out around the outside move, and it's not there. It's not there, and Jokerman keeps the position. Beautiful stuff. Sklid out in the lead. E. Graham's done him. Oh, my word. Sorry, people. Sorry. I mean, we're so close to the end. We'd be in a replay when they cross the line. So, E. Graham then gets the move done on the Dragon. And that matters not to Sklid. He doesn't care as long as they both stay ahead of this man here, McEwen. But McEwen getting those hard tyres out of the way. Jokerman in fifth. Warwick still knocking on the door. Still wants to be let into fifth place. JW duking it out with the dash, and Group slipping even further behind on those hard tyres. But it's this man here, champion-elect, coming around the final corner and taking the first win here at Tatooine. Well done. E. Graham in second place. Evil Dragon rounds out your podium. The Tusken Raiders are going wild as McEwen then brings it around for fourth place. And Jokerman fends off the Roderick for that fifth. Fantastic stuff. And Roderick in sixth. We got JW in seventh. Dash in eighth. And the Groot, unfortunate for the Groot, holding good position, but the car just didn't do what he wanted it to do. It seems the curbs are Groot's enemy. Comes in ninth, but well done to Sklid and taking first blood. But remember, I'm not sure if he's got hard tyres or soft. I know there's a list, but it's not fun to look at. Right, grab replay. And then we'll look at those results. Sklid then excuse me, takes the fastest lap, 2:02.8, and the win. Did he have pole? Excuse me. So yeah, I think he got all three there. Well done, Sklid. E. Graham in second place. Great race. It was a little bit of a moment between E. Graham and Sklid, but they came out on top in the end. Evil Dragon there in third place. Looked like the win was his, but the Sklid and E. Graham just a little too slippery for him. McEwen in fourth. Great result on hard tyres and putting him in good stead to retain that championship lead. Jokerman in fifth place. What a race. He must have been sweating absolute buckets along with Wadwick and JW and the Dash. All four of them bumper to bumper throughout the race. Great racing from all. And Groot, unfortunately, hitting the curb too hard and finding himself at the back of the pack. Great racing throughout, guys. We've got 7 minutes, and when someone goes out there, we're going to be watching it on silence, and we'll see if I can eat a Big Mac and fries within 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to listen to that. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to sound like Bonnie Blue chowing down on a huge mandem. So, no, you don't want to hear that. Not without the visuals, anyway, surely. Which also, what would Bonnie Blue do in Tatooine? For heaven's sakes, they wouldn't even let her in, surely. Her in her van. They'd be like, no. Right. Let's see what we got going on then. Who can we rely on? We've tried to rely on someone last week, and they let us down, didn't they? They got shooted off into the pits. Who's out there that we can think, yeah, they'll stick with Choose a Course? Do you think Evil Dragon might stick it out? JW may. I think that's your choices, though, ladies and gents. It's Evil Dragon or JW, the Halfords, or the egg. What come first, eh? Right. I'm not going far anyway. I'll be here eating my McDonald's. So, oh, hang on. We might have an update. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. McEwen versus Edwards. Points after round 1. Yeah. He's still using his calculator, ladies and gents. Give him a second, will you? Provisional, anyway, before any stewarding. Right, well, I'm eating, man. I'll read the points out with a mouthful of Big Mac. No, I should get some advertising for the amount of times I've said Big Mac, and pay me, McDonald's. That lettuce, ladies and gentlemen, is crisp. Yum, 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 yum. Putang, my friends. I'll tell you what, that is the lowest denomination of food. It couldn't get any guttural than McDonald's. Why does it taste so good? They must put some sort of drug in it. They must put like cocaine in there, because that schnizzle is something else. It really is. It is. I'm eating it and I know this is, the meat isn't tasty. It doesn't, it's not a Burger King meat, and it's just, I don't know, the bread isn't soft, the lettuce is questionable, but wow, put all that together and you've got something. You've got something. I don't know what it is, but you've got it. Oh, and you get a rush afterwards. It's definitely got some sort of, they're putting speed in it, or amphetamines, meth. There is something in that. Oh my lord, I think it's sugar. I think they just put a shit load of sugar in there. I swore, I've been struggling. I think they put a shed load of sugar in it. Oh yeah, I'm basking in that glory of, do I want to poo, throw up, or sleep? None of which you can do in public in Tatooine. Party place, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the points then, Sharp? You can't just say McEwen versus Edwards, points after round 1, and not put them up. Maybe they've not shown up. Has he messaged me privately or something? Oh no, sorry. Oh God. That was the McDonald's having their say. Sorry, yeah. No, he's not messaged me. Cheeky. And now we're into the second race. He's not updating them, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen to him. Oh shoot, hang on. Let me get all the spiel up. So, Sklid starts on the front, medium tyres, hard tyres for E. Graham, Evil Dragon on softs, McEwen on mediums, Jokerman, and it's off, so we'll go to the race. Sklid then off to a great start, and Evil Dragon there in second on them soft tyres. This is going to be juicy, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham on those hard tyres, and we saw that first lap. It takes a while for everyone to warm their tyres up. So E. Graham might just be able to hold his position for at least half the lap. Evil Dragon does go up and ahead with those soft tyres, and he's coming down towards the braking. Sklid staying way out of the way. Evil Dragon then, oh, he's going in, but Sklid's up the inside. And so's everyone else. Poor old Evil Dragon dropping off of there, one wide on, and he is dropped down into 5th place. Sklid then leads ahead of Jokerman. Jokerman having an absolute blazing start there, up to second. E. Graham in third, duking it out with McEwen. Graham on those hard tyres, remember, and McEwen then tries to stay ahead and relevant. No, it's not happening, and there's McEwen then holds on to that third place as E. Graham tried his best to fend him off. Evil Dragon on the soft tyres, a lot of work to do, but it's not impossible for the egg driver. Groot in 6th place, having to make up for that first race. Wadwick also on the medium tyres there, being closely followed by the Dash, and JW just steals a position off of the pair of them. Beautiful from JW there, gains Dash and Wadwick all in one corner. Beautiful stuff. And now he is hunting down Evil Dragon, who's on the soft tyres and should soon be making his way through the pack. You would think Roderick's got himself back ahead of JW. JW's dropped right to the back again, my word. And JW and the Dash then make their way through as JW and these three absolutely go at it, hammer and tong. Sklid then out there in the lead ahead of Jokerman, but Jokerman is looking rather menacingly here, and Sklid just needs every point that he can at this point. He never did update those points. That's crazy stuff. So Sklid leads the way. Jokerman. Then we've got McEwen in third, and McEwen's he's using the big brain moves. He's just staying in the points, staying close. He has 29 points to play with, ladies and gentlemen. and play with them he will. As long as he can stay quite close to the skid, he's got no worries. He's got no worries in this championship, I believe. Group then up to 4th now. Group really is, it looks like he wanted a race here, and a little bit of bad luck in the last race has caused him. Graham slipped down a bit, but that is that hard tyre effect, and Evil Dragon still not making any headway. In fact, has he lost a position to Roderick? Roderick on fire. He's flaming, ladies and gentlemen. He's cooking. Somebody stop him, because he is absolutely... Oh, a bit of tyre slide there. We saw him doing that a lot in the earlier race. And Evil Dragon does pick up the position. Now Evil Dragon lining up Graham, who's on those hard tyres. Should be easy to outbrake into this corner. But Evil Dragon being cautious. He's already had one... Oh, lovely, lovely move there from Evil Dragon. Just sitting there on the rear derriere of Graham. Now, granted, Graham is on the hard tyres. There is an advantage there, as Graham has a sniff back at Evil Dragon. But Evil Dragon, he looked like he thought that one through early doors, and oh no, Graham puts his nose in where it shouldn't belong. And Evil Dragon is getting it today. He's getting it today, and poor Graham. You know, none of this is, I'm sure, purposeful, but it's just he went for the move. He saw a space, but Evil Dragon there, just he only had one place he could go, really. And now JW and the two orange cars having a go at Halford's cars. That's the word I couldn't get. Having a go at each other. And the Dash back in the fight again. Skid out there in the lead. Jokerman slipping back a little bit now, and more of a concern for McEwen than he is for Edwards out there. So Jokerman coming down as the sun disappears here in Tatooine, and these guys keep duking it out with Groot. Oh, they're all going to be evil. Evil Groot is in 4th place. Evil Dragon's free of the constraints of those guys. Let's see if he can start banging in some absolutely expensive laps, with Roderick chasing him down in 6th place. Graham with those hard tyres taking the pain, and JW now having to duke it out with a Saint Dash, or SDD Ash. And Saint Dash then, can he get one around the outside of the Halford's car? Is he going to switch it round to the inside as they make their way through the chicane? Nothing doing there for him at the moment. Roderick's having a fantastic drive here today. Evil Dragon on those soft tyres. Should be seeing some purples popping up soon. Still not quite getting the purples is Evil Dragon. McEwen is ahead of Jokerman. I apologise. And Groot is looking very excitable behind Jokerman as well. So it's a straight fight out now between the two championship leaders. McEwen in 2nd place, Skid in 1st. The reverse of what it is in the championship. Skid putting everything in. He's leaving nothing behind. He's doing the job he can do. He needs a Michael Massey type figure to come along and win this championship for him, because McEwen is absolutely landing the punches at the moment. Staying within the distance he needs to stay to gain the points, and even now he's looking faster than Edwards, and it looks like McEwen wants the win here. We haven't seen Skid on a set of hard tyres or soft tyres as of yet. He's saving it for the final race, ladies and gentlemen, with a win, pole, and fastest lap so far here in Tuscan Raiders land, Abu Dhabi, sorry. It's McEwen then hunting down Skid. It is a championship showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Jokerman has no skin in the game. He can be risky. The two ahead of him cannot play the risk game. Groot also has no skin in the game of the championship, and he can be risky as well. But at the moment, they are not close enough to do anything. Evil Dragon on those soft tyres does get the purples done, and he is now on his way. We're only on lap 4 of 10, and Evil Dragon with a huge job ahead of him, but at least the top 4 are quite bunched up when he gets there. Wow, he only went wide in one corner. How much it affected him, cost him. Roderick doing a fantastic job ahead of JW. E. Graham on the hard tyres. I think he's using JW to try and get the slipstream down the straights to try and stay ahead of the Dash. And the Dash at the moment has been staring down the rear gun of the pack most of the evening. Sklid then doing a stand-up job, just trying to stay ahead. Jokerman and Groot edging closer, as is Evil Dragon. He really has closed up the gap now, and Evil Dragon is the man to watch at the moment with the soft tyres. He is absolutely giving it some big action. So McEwen crosses the line with a 2:03.0. Sklid a 2:02.8, 2/10 faster. Jokerman a 2:03.4. Groot a 2:03.8. No one can quite touch it, but Evil Dragon a 2:02.3. What's that? Nearly a second faster. Not quite of the leaders, but definitely a second faster than the two ahead of him. So Evil Dragon, let's get on board for some of this juiciness as the spotlights come on here at Abu Dhabi, the Yas Marina. So Evil Dragon there in 5th on the soft tyres, trying to get a toe off a Groot ahead. And coming into the braking zone, he might pull a bit of an advantage here. Coming through this chicane, Groot there, you can see, struggling with grip, mid-corner, and Evil Dragon then rocking up to the rear dairy air of Groot, and he's going to be on his business pretty soon, I tell thee. I'll tell thee what, it's going to be less than soon, it's going to be now, and he's through, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely cracking masterclass. Oh, under braking though, Groot has got something to say about positional changes, and Evil Dragon says there is no negotiation, sir. I have soft tyres. Check out my boots. Check out the boots, sir, and know your place. And Groot then shuffled down to 5th place. Jokerman next on the list for Evil Graham. Evil Dragon, sorry. I don't know what it is. It's the E. It throws me off. Oh, Roderick's gone wide. Roderick's gone wide. And JW with a late flourish in this race comes through and up to 6th place as E. Graham's been chasing him around the whole lap. He's on those hard tyres, and Sink Dash has dropped off the back of these guys. Roderick, what a shame, throwing it away there. Now he's got it all to do. Sklid still leads, but McEwen really is starting to turn up the pressure cooker here. Lap 6 of 10. Jokerman just trying to keep hold of his third position on those medium tyres, as he has Evil Dragon bearing down on him in 4th place on those soft tyres. And Groot's having a sniff and a whiff, but there is nothing going here at the moment. Evil Dragon though not able to close up to Jokerman as quickly as he'd like. He wants to really go for the win, doesn't he? You can tell. You can see it in his eyes as he goes past the floodlights. So, Evil Dragon then, 4th at the moment, is ahead of Groot. Chasing down Jokerman, 2:02.5 from Evil Dragon last time around. Jokerman, 2:03.8. Sklid out there in the lead, 2:03.2 from him. McEwen a 2:03.0, 2/10 faster this time around. They are toing and they are throwing, ladies and gentlemen. They are in a dance, the championship dance at the moment. But Sklid, this is not enough. He needs McEwen off. He needs him down the pack, not scoring good points. This will be just, what, 1-2 points between the two of them? He's probably lost about 4 or 5 in the race before. These are not the points that Sklid needs. Jokerman in 3rd. Evil Dragon closing in on the soft tyres. Groot in 5th place. No man's land. JW there getting big moves done on Wadwick, as Wadwick making a mistake, and E. Graham earlier, I mean, he's back on it now. And E. Graham trying to close in on our boy Wadwick. He's on the hard tyres though, just keeping track of what's going on. Dash making a note of track infringements. Now, I don't think he is the guy. I think they've got their very own steward that does that. Yo, bro, is there still coffee in that? Because you're tipping it over. Oh, I drunk it all. Can you try and find me something like to charge this up while I'm doing this? It's going to run out. Where are you going? What are you looking for? It'll be in the kitchen or something. There's nothing more in here. Sorry, guys. Sklid leads. McEwen in second. My iPad's going to die soon is all. And, Joker Man and Evil Dragon duking it out. It's not going to reach. It needs a battery of some kind. So Evil Dragon then trying to get the move done on Joker Man. Joker Man just about staying ahead, but it's going to be under the break-in. And it is Evil Dragon up to third. Bash. Bish, Bash and Bosch. Thank you very much, son. It was worth coming in your mum them years ago. So Evil Dragon there in third place, McEwen in second and Sklid in first. Joker Man then down into fourth place with Groot in fifth. JW in sixth, Warwick in seventh, E. Graham in eighth and the Dash in ninth. So Sklid 2.1 seconds. I don't think McEwen's going to be able to do it, but I don't think McEwen needs to do it. Now, Sklid, for him, if Evil Dragon can implement himself in this race, but Evil Dragon's not going to just get past McEwen and stop there, is he now? He's not going to. That's not going to be enough for him. He's going to go all in. He's that kind of guy. So, Evil Dragon then in third place. Soft Tyres had a rough start, went wide, dropped down to fifth, got caught up in traffic, has taken his time to get up here. Has he left it too late? We're still 2 laps on the board. Evil Dragon is slapping, he's cooking, and yes, but Sklid also he's pulling away even further now, 2.5 seconds from McEwen. McEwen struggling with something here, not able to dice out those lap times like Edwards is able to. Evil Dragon looking at the podium. Well, he's on the podium. He's looking at second place at the moment with intent, Your Honour. He has intent. Joker Man in fourth. We got Groot in fifth. Groot unable to live with Joker Man at the moment. He needs these guys to get all racy, and they're all catching up. McEwen, are they not? Even with Joker Man coming with, he's brought, Evil Dragon has brought Joker Man along. And McEwen looks like he pulled over to one side there. No, he hasn't. It's just an odd line. And Evil Dragon then goes faster again with a 2:02.1, closing in even more on McEwen, taking McEwen's eye off the lead and more on his rear derriere. He doesn't want to lose points, does he here? He can live with Sklid taking the win. He cannot live with losing the position to Evil Dragon, I'm sure. Evil Dragon, though, has one true purpose, and it is to mix things up. Joker Man in fourth, happy to pick up anything if Evil Dragon and McEwen come a cropper. Joker Man in fourth, Groot in fifth, with JW in that fight with Warwick, and Warwick feels that sixth place is his. He went off wide, and JW then took up the residence of position 6th, and now Warwick wants it back, sir. 2 laps to go. Sklid leads with McEwen having a lot of pressure from the Dragon. Evil Dragon all up and about his business, ready to do his taxes, it would seem. He's looking through his Snapchat. So they come through here, and McEwen sticking it to the middle of the track, making Evil Dragon do all of the work, and McEwen then trying to drive defensively. We saw he did it very well in the earlier race, but Evil Dragon pulls the trigger and says cheerio, and McEwen then slipping in for a bit of a tow, bit of slipstream down the long straight. Will he come back at the Dragon? He's going to have a little sniff. He's going late brakes. Oh, my God. Is he staying on the track? He does. He does. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tuscan Raiders want to have a word with him at the end of the race because he just exposed those testicles in that corner, but it didn't do him any good because Evil Dragon got a better drive out and ended up ahead. Sklid then out there in the lead, 3.7 seconds. All this squabbling has cost him a second on the Sklid, and we're on the penultimate lap. Jokerman in fourth. We've got Groot in fifth. He's got the hazards on, so is he auto driving it? Has he got that much distance, or has he just been punching buttons? JW then in sixth place, with Wadwick in seventh. Looks like Wadwick's dropped back a little bit now from JW. JW pulling out 204.2222 his last time around. His fastest lap of the race, as Wadwick only managing a 204.2. It's only 2/10. It looks like a bigger distance than that, unless something has gone on in this lap. Groot is definitely on auto drive. He has slowed down exponentially. Unbelievable. So Groot there losing vital positions. There goes JW up to fifth. Crazy fish. Maybe he had a call of nature he could not ignore. Sklid then still that 3.7 seconds ahead of Evil Dragon, and Evil Dragon really doing Sklid a huge favour here by taking points away from the McEwen. Jokerman in fourth. We've got JW in fifth. JW, oh, it looks like Groot's woke up. He's back from the loo. He's back from the loo, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear, late on those brakes, and he's found himself sliding to the widery, and that gives Wadwick half an opportunity. When opportunity knocks, it's the song from Annie. It's a hard knock. No, that's a Hard Knock's Life. Isn't there one about opportunity? I don't know. So Wadwick then on the final lap. Can he pick up the position from the Groot? And the leaders at the moment still Sklid by Evil Dragon, as Wadwick having a sniff and a whiff through the chicane. And McEwen then is down into third place. And so Wadwick then on Groot. He's going for it now, ladies and gentlemen. A final no. He pulls his nose out of that one. He thinks no. Back to the leaders then. Sklid, 2 in a row. There is no doubt he is going for that championship, but the McEwen is keeping him in sight with them points, and he's just not getting the amount of points he needs as he slides it around the final corner. And it's win number 2 from Sklid. Evil Dragon comes home in second, with McEwen in third. Jokerman comes home in fourth. JW stays ahead of Wadwick, and Wadwick did get ahead of the Groot. Oh, poor Groot, as JW then brings it on home for 5th place. Fantastic drive from JW, twice in a row. Roderick in 6th, he'll be kicking himself. 7th for Groot. He Graham in 8th with those hard tyres, couldn't expect much more. And it looked like the dash had to drop off the pace near the end of the race there. But it's Sklid, 2 in a row. Beautiful. There he is in his stealth race suit. You can barely see him. Very nice stuff from Sklid. Maybe a little too late in this championship. So, these are the results after race 2. Man, I had a coughing fit, sorry. Sklid took the win ahead of Evil Dragon in second, McEwen in third. I think McEwen's doing enough, you know. He's not dropping big points. It's not a huge deficit for him. And I think he's going to retain this championship just by being consistent. Jokerman in fourth. Great drive from Jokerman there. JW in fifth. He likes overtaking at this track, does our JW. Warwick in 6th. Group, for some reason, I think had to go for a PP in the middle of that race, and or take a phone call or something. Maybe have a Tommy tank. Who knows? But he was on auto drive for a half a lap or two. Judging by how long, probably a Tommy tank rather than a wee. I think it takes longer to have a wee than a tank. So group there in 7th. E. Graham in 8th, with the Dash in 9th. Great racing from everyone involved. As always, 20 past 6 minutes to go until the next race. I've still got some fries. They're cold now, though, and McDonald's fries are always better when they're molten hot. But I can deal with it. So, Dash telling us race 2 points is McEwen 318, Edwards 303. McEwen just has to finish to become champion. There you go. So he just has to finish, ladies and gentlemen. He better hope his internet doesn't cut out. I've heard Edwards is furiously on the phone to Virgin. He's trying to SWAT. Oh no, he's on the phone. He's got McEwen's address. He's trying to SWAT him. He's trying to get the SWAT team sent in to somehow cut the power at McEwen's house. Now then. A British icon, ladies and gentlemen. Softs, I had a sneaky suspicion. Our boy Sklid was saving something special to the end. And even though he'll be starting at the very back of the back, Sklid has a weapon of mass destruction in the shape of some soft tyres. Evil Dragon on to the mediums. Warwick, he's also saved a set of softs, and he's going to be starting mid-pack, so he's going to be dangerous. The Dash has to use hards. Looks like everyone else is on the medium tyre. So yes, what a finale! With but I mean, McEwen could put it into pause and let it and still win this championship, ladies and gentlemen. That's oh no. The internet paused. I wasn't sure. I always worry. Both kids have left the living room and gone back to their rooms to turn on their PCs. Suck up all the internet. Every bit of it. So Sklid has done everything he could do, but you know, like a kid at school, you can't do your homework on you know, half an hour before you go to school. You know, you can't leave it until the last round to do the work. It leaves too many nominals. So Sklid then, it was always a big ask, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen for him unless something dastardly happens to the McEwen in this race, which is unlikely, as we don't have SWAT teams in the British Isles. They don't do that here. You call the police on him, and I think in about 2 weeks they might knock his door. Unless you say it's something race, you know, he's holding someone, then they might go and knock the door after a week or something, just to check. So Sklid then, I mean, we can't SWAT in the UK. Our police are slow. Sklid then. Edwards doing all he can. In all fairness, he has been phenomenal here in Tatooine. He's done an amazing job. You couldn't ask any more from him. But at the end of the day, McEwen having a solid season this season. Really did take to the high and dry very well indeed, didn't he? Really, he melded to the car early doors, got those points on, and yeah, has rode that championship lead for the second half of the season. Who was leading early doors? There was someone else. Was it E. Graham? Was one of the early contenders in that one? I can't remember. I don't think it was McEwen or Sklid that were leading the early doors, and Groot was up there as well. Groot, if you remember rightly, earlier in the season, Groot really did look like he had a shout. He got a fair few wins. He was like the third race specialist. But yeah, Groot. What a shame. Next season, I think they're using another car. I do not know. Oh, it might be the Mazda 4. It might be two different cars. Mazda 4 and something else. It might be. Is it the new high and dry? I'm not sure. But there's going to be two different cars. This is the last one. Then there's a couple of weeks break. Hey, there we go, Sklid. Reigning champion, one last time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where he's going. He wants to reverse Abu Dhabi. God, could you imagine? Sklid enjoying his championship while it lasts. It looks like McEwen is going to take it. I thought they usually kicked you off by now. I thought they usually like only give you sort of like a certain amount of time. They must have it turned off. But Sklid fancying the track backwards. Just missing Wadwick, taking it by surprise, thinking, whoa, there's a car going the wrong way. Just soaking in the last of the number one on Sklid's car. Sorry, I've got him written off. But I mean, McEwen, it doesn't matter. Like I said, he could put his car. Whoa, there we go. That's what I think he was hoping for, a bit of a head-on action. Maybe he's hunting for McEwen. McEwen's in the pits, my friend. You're not going to find him. You can't damage his car. So Sklid making his way round as champion one final time. Dash saying one last time this season. Let's go. And Sklid has been a cracking champion, put in a great championship campaign to try and retain it. Walk away from this season head held high, if you ask me. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We are in. We are all in here for a banger. Dash has to start on the hards. E. Graham's on the mediums. Groot's on the mediums. Wadwick's on the softs. JW's on the mediums, Jokerman's on the mediums, McEwen's on the mediums, Evil Dragon's on the mediums, and Sklid is on the softs. The lights are on, and it is race time. One last time this season. It's a bad start for the Dash. It's a bad start. Groot having to try and get around him, and he does, but E. Graham got a smooth way. Oh no, the Dash has made contact with the Groot. The Groot's going around, but he's kept it together as Jokerman has to get out of the way of the Dash. The hard tyres not helping the Dash here at all. And Wadwick on those soft tyres, giving E. Graham a lot to think about. Come on, Wadwick. And E. Graham. I like E. Graham as well. I like them all, but, you know, Wadwick has not had a win this season, has he? He's up for one. Groot goes late on the brakes there in the hairpin and finds himself at the back of the pack. E. Graham leads from Wadwick. JW finding himself up and into third, but Sklid on the soft tyres is crawling all over him like a rash, like he is some kind of eczema. And Jokerman's in that little trio as well, but Sklid asserts his dominance, his alphaness, and puts himself in third. Jokerman in fourth. Then we got McEwen following him through in fifth. JW getting a squirrel on out of the corner, trying to apply the accelerator and slips to the very back of the pack, but we see that's where he does his best action. E. Graham leads from Wadwick. Wadwick on the soft tyres. Is it enough to go up against the might of E. Graham? Could it be enough? Sklid on the soft tyres as well. Has been very speedy here at Tatooine so far. all of these rounds. McEwen in 4th ahead of Jokerman, and Sklid again. That's got to leave a bitter taste, seeing that his championship nemesis is sitting behind him again, almost in every race so far. Here, it's almost like he's trolled it, like he's done it on purpose. Like he's like, I could finish ahead of you, but finishing behind you is more funny. Again with the cough. Roderick goes for the lead. Awesome. E. Graham then in the corner, having to brake where the medium tyres lets him, but it looks like he's got a good run out. And Sklid also getting a very good run out, but Warwick holding on to the lead. E. Graham trying to find a way by, and Sklid as well on those soft tyres. Sklid sneaks through. No, he doesn't. What, E. Graham still holds position. Unbelievable stuff. But Roderick, has he made a mistake coming out of the corner? E. Graham's really on his close quarters as Sklid then tucks in 3rd place. McEwen there in 4th. Jokerman in 5th. Evil Dragon in 6th. Groot 7th. JW in 8th. And the Dash in 9th. The Dash having a terrible start. 3 wide into the braking zone. Sklid's the bravest of them all. And Sklid then showing his anatomy to the world and puts himself way ahead of these guys, Warwick, E. Graham and the champion elect, all 3 wide as well now. Roderick finding himself in these 3 wide scenarios. It's a headache for him. It really is. It's his lot in life. And E. Graham then slips one through, but Roderick's on the inside. Roderick's sticking to the apex. He's gone wide, though. He's gone wide. Oh, my word. E. Graham's got through. Roderick's still there. He's still in the shout. He's still in the fight. McEwen having to be a little more cautious. He only has to finish last and still is champion, but still being cautious. Why not? That's drama. Sklid then leads the way. He's going for a trio of wins here, ladies and gentlemen, like you've never seen before. But afraid it's a little too much too late or something. Oh, McEwen getting a little slide on mid-corner. Maintains. Warwick, he has the secret weapon. He's on the softs. He's got the key. He's got the secret. No, I think I've got that the wrong way round. So Jokerman in 5th place with Evil Dragon having a sniff and a whiff around the outside, now the inside, but it's not enough. It's not enough, and he's got the Groot crawling all over his rear derriere himself and has to be wary that the Groot is hungry and needs feeding. Groot then side by side with the Dragon as they come into the braking zone. Evil Dragon asserting himself. And yes, Evil Dragon coming out up ahead of the Groot. Great driving from the pair of them. JW in 8th with the Dash in 9th on those hard tyres. Sklid pulling away. Then it's got E. Graham in 2nd. He's being chased by McEwen, the championship leader. And we've got Warwick in 4th place. Under braking. He's having a look up the inside of the championship leader. Oh no, Jokerman looks like he's lost the side. He's lost the rear derriere of his high and dry. And Evil Dragon, as Groot's definitely slipped through. Evil Dragon slipped through. And Jokerman slipping down into 7th. JW fancies a piece of that action. And the Dash is in 9th. Sklid leads. E. Graham in 2nd. McEwen in 3rd. And Warwick in 4th. The Groot looking very fast today here at Tatooine, looking like he might want to do a little bit of action up ahead. Oh, Evil Dragon driving like a wild man. He is Mad Max in every aspect, slinging his Hyundai. It is the last time in the Hyundais as well. So I imagine come the end of the race, going to see a lot of cars going into barriers. Sklid then. Easy lead. This is going to be a trio of beautiful races for the Sklid. One for him to remember as E. Graham tries to salvage something out of this one. McEwen, all he has to do is stay going, pointing forwards, and the momentum will take him to a championship win with Warwick on the soft tyres. fancying breaking into the podium. There was a win on the cards for him at one point in this race. Oh, he's going for an inside move on the championship leader, and he's up and he's through and he's in third. Come on, Warwick, this is the way. And Warwick, though, he just doesn't have the poke down the straight line for some reason. He didn't get the drive out the corner or the slipstream that McEwen picked up, and McEwen then arrives at the corner before the Warwick, and Warwick late break the reigning the champion-elect, the championship leader, and he does. Warwick up and into third place, a podium. Can he close in on E. Graham and get away from the might of the McEwen? Grew in fifth place with Evil Dragon in sixth. Evil Dragon driving like he means it, with Jokerman in seventh, JW in eighth. The field is tight, apart from the one that's on the hard tyres and the one that's on the softs. So yeah, Sklid trying to get through this one. It's get this championship over and done with, and move on to a new campaign. The next one, either in a Mazda 4 or whatever the other car is. I can't remember. And oh, Rob in the chat saying, good evening, sir, how the devil are you? Rob saying, I've been reminiscing, listening to some old late 70s and early 80s tracks because I saw something on a short. Can't beat some guilty pleasures, eh? No, sir, you're right. I also had a nostalgic one. I listened to Beautiful South's first album, Welcome To, during the week. I had a little, I remember it being one of the first albums I bought. That sounds like cool, but it's not. I mean, A Song for Whoever was out when I was young, and that song grabbed me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm with you, bro. It's not real like this saying, Guns N' Roses, which I was into, Guns N' Roses and Nirvana when I was growing up, but I just remember I had a Beautiful South album, and I dug it. So, Sklid. Oh, Video killed the radio star. Nice. Bugles, is it? Sklid then leads with E. Graham ahead of the Roderick. Roderick unable at the moment to close in on the mighty E. Graham. McEwen, championship leader. All he has to do is finish, and the championship is his regardless of what happens around him. Groot in fifth place. Evil Dragon in sixth. Jokerman in seventh. JW doing his usual mid-race, closing in. Oh, it was, yes. I loved that tune. I thought that was awesome. That tune and Little Birdhouse in Your Soul. I can't remember who did it now, though. Not to put too fine a pine, honey. Say I'm the only bee in your honey. Build a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're... I think they did Malcolm in the Middle soundtrack as well, or theme tune. I can't remember the name. Sklid leads. E. Graham in second. Roderick in third. McEwen in fourth. With the Groot in fifth. We've got Evil Dragon in sixth. Jokerman in seventh. It's a tight field, ladies and gentlemen. They are... And I've got a Chandler in it. Oh, no. Come on, Tube. I believe in you. Don't close down. So, we're in a race. 6 laps of 10. Sklid's leading. E. Graham. Oh, it's getting ever closer with the Warwick. Warwick closing right in. 3/10 behind. And E. Graham could be in trouble before the end of this race. McEwen there in fourth, with Evil Dragon in fifth. Evil Dragon being harassed and harangued by the Groot. Oh no, I think Groot was ahead of Evil Dragon. That's Evil Dragon taking the position away from the Groot. Yeah, they might be giants. That's definitely that. Yeah, because didn't they do that cool song on Umbrella Academy with the name of like someone used to be... Brain is so dead. I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to think of the song. I'm really... Oh, dun 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 dun. Can't think of it. Anyway, it's a race. It's not about what tune. We're not playing Name That Tune. So Warwick there is in third. Name that 80s or early 90s tune. So McEwen then. Oh, it's clear. Warwick getting racy. Warwick getting very racy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get on board. We don't do a lot of onboards, do we? He's already done it. By Jove, you. I was going to get on board for that one. Oh, it was too slow. E. Graham, though, comes back at the Warwick. So now then. We can get on board with Warwick as he pulls his moves like Jagger. Constable. Istanbul used to be, hang on, Rob said something, so he's telling me. Same here, mate. I googled that. All right. Constantinople used to, Istanbul used to be, something like changing their name. Cool scene in Umbrella Academy, anyway. So, E. Graham fighting for his life, ladies and gentlemen. That second place is very dear to him, obviously, because Warwick is giving it his best, and E. Graham is having to play the game at a level that only some of us, mere mortals, could dream of reaching. McEwen then closing in on the Warwick. Evil Dragon in fifth, Groot sixth, losing that position to Evil Dragon. Jokerman looking intently at the Groot. He did a 203.6 last time around. Groot doing a 204.9. Ooh, bad to that guy. JW is a 203.7, so JW looking very fighty, as we have seen so far all of this round. In each race he has bloomed later in the race and come at it. Come at me, boy, come at me. What you got, come at me, lad. So Sklid then out in the lead. Istanbul, Constantinople. Rob says I've been on the game. Have you? Did you make such money? I've been on. He did actually say been on the game. I was being funny. I've been on the game. Was it lucrative? Did you have fun? You gigolo, you. So he's been on the game myself today. I haven't been able to for a while because I've got sciatica and it's a pain like you wouldn't believe. Dude, none of that sentence helped you. None of that sentence got you out of what I first assumed it was. Rob's been on the game. He had to give up for a while because it was painful. Oh no. Sorry, Rob. That's so funny. Oh, Sklid's out in the lead. E. Graham, Warwick, they're still battling out. I've got water in my eyes. Man alive. What are you? What are you? Been on the game? But it was too painful. Oh. So Roderick's going for a move. Warwick's going for a move now. E. Graham having to defend. Defend he will as well. Defend he will. Onto the apex. And making life very difficult for Warwick. McEwen's getting a ringside suit. Warwick's gone wide. And McEwen optimises that situation. And he's up and into third place now. Chasing down E. Graham. Evil Dragon could get himself involved in this as well. He really could. Whew. Let's all calm down. That's something you can't do in public in Tatooine. Be on the game either. I wonder if there is any. I asked if there were strip clubs in Abu Dhabi, and now I'm wondering if there's a prostitute ring in Abu Dhabi. Shirkas are us. Burkas are us, sorry. E. Graham then in the lead. McEwen in third. It's like Gloriole. Oh no, sorry. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. Those Tusken Raiders, they deserve more. Sklid then leads the way. E. Graham in second place. McEwen in third. Warwick in fourth. You're a bad influence, Rob. Look where you sent me. I went there. I said lots of mildly racist stuff at the beginning about Tusken Raiders and stuff. And then I got it out of my system, and then you brought it all back. E. Graham then in second, McEwen in third, and Warwick is in 4th place. Warwick on those soft tyres. He needs a podium. He deserves a podium. He should get a podium. Evil Dragon in 5th with Groot in 6th. Jokerman in 7th, JW in 8th, and the Dash in 9th. Sklid has absolute masterclass on why he was this season's champion. He didn't win the championship. He was last season's champion. He was champion for this season. But it comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen. The McEwen outsmarted him, outdrove him, and just was better in every way, which really is a begrudge for the Sklid, but it will make him stronger. This is what we are missing with today's youth. We gave them all medals for taking part, and now none of them grow from it. They stay the same. This pain that Sklid's going to feel after this season is going to make him stronger for next season. He's going to come back with more ambition, more push, and give the McEwen the full Sklid Edwards experience. But for now, we have seen a flash of what should come next season. 3 wins, ladies and gentlemen. He starts his final lap now. But it's this man here, McEwen, who's made his way past the Warwick. Warwick under pressure from the Dragon, and E. Graham there, keeping our champion-elect in 3rd place. E. Graham nearly losing the rear derriere as they go on to the final lap. And McEwen pushing hard onto the final lap there with the Nuts Vauxhall car to try and show why he was champion this season. He had to get up and personal. It was not an easy run for him. He didn't disappear into the distance too many times. A lot of the times he's had to get his sleeves up and get down and dirty with it, and he's gone for a move. He sees an invitation by E. Graham. E. Graham says that was no invitation, sir. That was a sly line. And Warwick closing in on McEwen. Could put him off the podium. We want Warwick. There's banners everywhere saying Warwick for a podium. Sklid not quite there yet, with E. Graham trying to fend off. No, it's not now. It's McEwen trying to fend off the Warwick. Evil Dragon fancies a piece of this action if it's on sale. If there is something there, he'll have it. But E. Graham at the moment, he leads this trio in 2nd place. 3rd place for McEwen, enough to take the championship. We're on the final lap. 21 races, ladies and gentlemen, and what a fantastic season it has been. Thrills, spills, and pro sim racer tears throughout. It's been great. It's ended with a bang for the Sklid. He may not have taken the championship, but my word, he went out like a firework. Katy Perry wrote a song about him. There you go, Sklid over the line. Firework. E. Graham then trying to keep the new champion at bay. And E. Graham putting down a warning for next season that he wants a turn of the championship. E. Graham then grabbing 2nd ahead of champion McEwen. Warwick in 4th, Evil Dragon in 5th, Jokerman brings it home in 6th, JW in 7th, the Groot in 8th. What happened to the Groot? He slipped out. And the Dash on those hard tyres, struggling for grip. And Rob saying we were the last of the analog age, eh? Generation X, the best generation of all. That's it, my friend. And the Dash, yeah, we knew what it was like to lose. We played Knuckles. Losing at Knuckles, you know you lost, okay? Slaps, you know you lost. Dash, 9th. We played Conkers, but we aimed for their heads, not the conker. We aimed for the hand. Everyone knows you aim for the hand. If they can't hold the conker, they've got to lose. So there you go, Sklid. What a move, what a drive. What a round. He is the king of Tatooine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's call him Jabba from now on. Jabba the Hutt. He defended, he beat everyone off. at the Palace of Jabba. Let's get the replay before they all scoot off. Let's have a look then at those results. It's Sklid for the third time this evening, taking the honours. Well done, son. E. Graham in second, with the McEwen securing that championship. Beautiful stuff from the McEwen. Wadwick in fourth. Could have been a podium, should have been a podium. Was a great race, so Wadwick can walk away with his head held high. Evil Dragon, absolutely cracking second race this evening, and he was on the tail end of this one, wanting to get involved. Beautiful stuff from Evil Dragon. Joker Man in sixth, always a pleasure to see him on track. With JW in seventh, he was a little monster tonight. He was really giving it some all. Groot in eighth, not sure why, but Groot just starts good and then has mid-level racing in the middle and then comes back strong at the end. And the Dash on the hard tyres could never really take part in this, the final race. Well, thank you to the Full Throttle Racing group for organising and putting on such a great championship. Thank you to the pilots that take part each week and give us some beautiful racing. And a huge thank you to you guys in the chat that take part and participate in this side of things. I appreciate you. And Rob saying, I can't even remember what it was you said that made me put that now. I know. About the everyone getting a medal. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure. It'll be a few weeks for our Friday night live action. But they will return in Mazda Group 4s and another one. I think it's the new Hyundai, but we'll see. But they will be returning soon. New season starts 20th of March. There you go. Oh, that's a little bit of a while. So, yeah. There will be some stuff on Friday. I won't advertise it here, but it's going to be some endurance, a qualifying and an endurance race in between all of this. It'll be fun. Trust me. It's at this track, so great stuff. More jokes about Tusken Raiders and Tatooine, I fear, and backpacks that smoke. Okay, Turu, I'm sorry if I upset anyone. I don't care, really. Just saying it because apparently you can just say sorry and get away with it now. So, yeah, if your feelings were hurt, sorry. Turu, peace and love. Peace and love.